Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video letting you guys know we have the official release date for The Walking Dead Season 8. The premiere, Season 8 Episode 1, which is the 100th episode, is going to premiere Sunday, October 22nd, and let's have a look at this brand new Season 8 banner. Oh man, so exciting. We have the trailer releasing tomorrow. The wait is almost over. For the trailer anyway, the wait goes on to actually see the season itself. But I'm okay with that because, you know, getting the trailer is really fun. Then we can speculate about what we think we're going to see when the season actually does premiere. So with that date being confirmed, it also confirms Fear the Walking Dead to premiere September 10th, which means that the Fear the Walking Dead second half of Season 3 will have a double premiere, double finale in order to fit in time with The Walking Dead's premiere. So very excited for both, of course, the return of The Walking Dead Season 8 as well as the second half of Fear. If you guys are not caught up on Fear, if you quit watching it during Season 2 or something, you have some time this summer, might not be a bad idea to catch up because going to be covering that definitely when that hits on September 10th as well. And really excited for both shows, but of course, more excited. It's kind of like an appetizer, and then you get the main course, right? Fear's like an appetizer, but, you know, The Walking Dead is The Walking Dead. It's what it is, right? So that's very cool. So it looks like it's going to be live or available on YouTube TV. So we'll have to see what that looks like. That's fairly new because they've just kind of started that. New season, really cool. So you've got Rick and Negan at the left sides here in a face-off, which is super sweet. In the middle, you got Maggie, which I like too, and we've seen this a lot in the Walking Dead comic book series as well. That she's really taken on, you know, I want to say like she's always kind of been an A-lister since like maybe the third or fourth season, but like an A-plus lister, like getting close to where Rick is at for the TV show as like a leader of her own group, of her own community, and a standout. So look for the future to be seeing more of kind of her as maybe you know, our front runner. If Rick isn't always on all this stuff, then she might be another one. But also at the front here we have Michonne, which is to be expected. Very cool with her relationship with Rick, and of course she's been in the show for a super long time now as well. And Daryl, are kind of like I want to say like our season 1 crew at the left side, kind of almost. You got Daryl, you got Morgan, you got Carol, and you got Carl behind him. That's wicked cool. So yeah, let's call them our season 1 group at the left side. Daryl looking badass as always, Carol the same, and Morgan definitely the same, especially after what he did in the second half of Season 7. And that's one thing you can say about Season 7. Hate on Season 7 all you want. Season 7 was great for Morgan, I think. I mean, if you look at where he ends at Season 6, well, he kind of starts that progression in Season 6, but it's really good for him in Season 7, I think, really bringing that character back and making him very exciting again. So that's cool. Carl, we've got Rosita, Tara, and yeah, so that's cool. Let's see who we got else back in there. We got Aaron, we got Jesus, we got Zach Gabriel. Kind of small, it's hard to see in some parts. We've got, let's see, Jesus. We got Shiva, of course, with Ezikil, which is really cool, and Gregory kind of in the background, which is sweet. So looking forward to seeing more from Ezikil this season, since he is still a relatively new character in Shiva, and to see how they fit in with the war. And then we've got kind of our villains at the right side, so to speak, or, you know, some more your hardcore 100% Negan supporters at this point, or except for Dwight, you know, he's kind of in there, but sort of, you know, he's there. Eugene, really cool. I love how they changed his attire, so he's all wearing black, right? Took a heel turn for sure. So he's Eugene's pretty much a full-on villain right now. I expect to see him come back, you know, after all that war and that kind of stuff. Jadis, big question mark above her. What are they going to do with her this season? Really, no way to know. Hopefully we'll see something from the Junkyard group in the trailer, so we have something to go by, because really, they're a new group. They're not in the comics. We really have no idea what they're going to do with them. And then we have Simon, Stephen Oak's character, which is really fun. Really glad they added him in too. Also a character that does not have a comic book counterpart, so another sort of question mark above his head. But I think this might be, if you see my death predictions video, you know that I think that he might be killed off this season. So we'll see. You know, lots of fun stuff for sure. Love the banner. Getting really excited now and can't wait for tomorrow. Of course, we'll have all the videos as usual for you guys tomorrow with the you know, the trailer reviews, reactions, all that great stuff. So check out the banner yourselves. Link will be in the description, guys. Let's get into into a few more things from Comic-Con, and we'll do a Q&A with your guys' questions for today. And another video, which I will also link to in the description from Comic-Con, Chris Stanley posted this one through, so that link is there. Definitely check this one out too, guys, to do it justice. I'm not going to put the video in my video, it's not mine, so check the Facebook link so you can have a look at it. It's just the Walking Dead artwork from Comic-Con elevator. It's kind of cool, the way they it's just crazy, man, the stuff they do for Comic-Con nowadays. If you look at the past of Comic-Con and where it's at now, it's just so colossally big, and the wall murals and all this stuff, elevators designed for Walking Dead. It's so cool, man. So check it out, and for anybody going to Comic-Con, I am super happy for you. I'm jealous too, right? I can admit that, right? So have a great time, and definitely check out the Walking Dead panel, all that good stuff, because that is going to be something special for sure. I mean, to get to see the trailer first at Comic-Con in person, I'm definitely jealous of whoever gets to do that. That's awesome. And we'll get into a few of your guys' questions for this one today, and of course lots coming tomorrow and this weekend. Eric Cassavaugh sent through a few questions. I thought some of them were really good. He says, Trev, Q&As for Season 8 and after the war. Number 1, do you think an entire community could be wiped out in the war, like the Junkyard or Oceanside group, and post-war won't exist? So I think what you said there is probably true. The Junkyard group, probably after this war, most likely is going to be a wipeout, I think. Unless they plan on bringing this group in to have it there for a few years. I don't know if I see that. I don't know if there's enough there, if the characters are intriguing enough to keep around for many, many seasons. I think that the purpose of the Junkyard group is more to kind of make the war feel like a war, to add on more villains, to add on more characters, to just have some more there to really fill out that war and give you more than 100 people per side, so to speak, or around 100 people per side. So it makes it feel more like a war rather than a battle, like something we saw in Season 4 at the prison, where you have like a dozen people on each group, with the governor versus Rick and the prison group. So yeah, I think they won't. But the Oceanside, I think, will be around. I think they will, and the others as well too. Pretty much all of them, I think, will be around in some capacity going forward, at least for a long time. Number 2, he says, do you think Carol and Tara will split Michonne's comic story arc? With Carol with King Ezikil, and Tara going with the Oceanside, maybe fishing? So yeah, I think you're right about that one too. That's a good prediction. In the comic books, and this isn't really too spoilers because this happened years ago and it doesn't really affect the TV series, but in the comics, Michonne was with Ezikil. Obviously in the TV series that cannot happen. I don't see Ezikil trying to steal Rick's girl. I don't see that happening. Rick is kind of scary, and he's kind of intimidating, and Michonne is super tough as well too. I just don't see it. It doesn't make sense. But you can see the setup, like you said, for Carol and Tara here as well. I think that's kind of a no-brainer. You can kind of see how they're starting to be tethered to these other groups and being used in those stories. So yeah, I think so for sure. And we'll do one more from you, and that's will Sherry return this season? So that's a good question. They have so much going on. I don't know if they're really going to worry about writing that in. I could see them using Sherry as maybe like a episode 5 or episode 6 type of deal, just to kind of fill out the season because you're doing so many episodes and that kind of thing. But I would not expect to see her in the first couple episodes. No, I think it would be too much. I think it would kind of water down what they're trying to do, and it would lose focus. It would become just too crazy and too much stuff. Another variable added in that doesn't need to be there. So I would say, using her for like an episode 4, 5, or 6, in between the premiere and the season finale as kind of a slower episode might make sense. Something in a flashback episode for Negan or something would work. I think that'd be good. But I think we should see her at some point this season because there are lots of episodes, just not at the beginning, because we got to see some really good stuff, and that kind of characterization, that character dev, we just don't need at the very beginning with the 100th episode. It doesn't make sense. Brandon Cruz says, hey Trev, do you think that Daryl might die in the 100th episode of The Walking Dead? Keep up the great work. So I don't think anybody's going to be killed off, like any major character deaths are going to happen in episode 100. I don't think that the show needs that right now. I don't think that that makes sense for what they're trying to do right now. I think, the best way to start a season, I've always thought this, a premiere should probably always have you know, some kind of big spectacle or something new. It should have a fun factor to it to get people excited for the season. I don't think it often works if you try to kill off a major character like, for example, Tyrese or, you know, just anybody. Even the season 7 premiere. I mean, it was huge, but you know, if you look at right after that, what happened? People just got so burned out on it. It's just, it's a good finale way to go. I don't know if it's a great way to hype people for a new season for a 100th episode. I don't think we need that. I don't think I want to see Daryl or somebody get killed off that's really important and have a sad 100th episode. I think it should be more like a celebrationary type of episode. It should be like, okay, here's what we've been able to do. We can add in all this kind of stuff. It's going to be super crazy, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And that's what I think you need to do for a new season, for Season 8. That's what could differentiate Season 8 from Season 7, which started in that way, and then people just complained about it the entire rest of the way through the season. It just kills your momentum. It kills your speed. It kills the way things are going, your flow. And I don't want to see like a major character death in episode 100, the Season 8 premiere. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So I don't think we're going to see any huge deaths like that. I think we're just going to see some really exciting stuff. Red shirt deaths, yeah, that's fine. Lots of zombies, and yeah, that's really what I think they need to do for a winning formula for the 100th episode. And Dr. Death. Dr. Death says, "Good day, Trev. Just wondering your thoughts on the George Romero passing. And future of the announced Empire of the Dead TV show. Will we still see it? I sure hope so." So I don't want to end this video on a down note, but if you guys didn't know, if you missed the video, I did one on Sunday for George Romero, just to kind of let you guys know that he has unfortunately passed on, 77 years old, and his time has come to an end. So he was the creator of the zombie apocalypse. If you didn't know about the Dead movies, Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead, the original, and Land of the Dead, the others he did afterwards. So Empire of the Dead was another, TV series that was supposed to be greenlit, but I haven't heard anything since that. So we'll have to see, without him being there, if they'll do anything like that. I probably think probably not, if he's gone, so I wouldn't think so, but definitely hearts out to his family for sure. Very sad news this weekend. You can check out the video if you want to hear more details about what happened with that. But yeah, that's very sad, and I wonder if we'll see anything at Comic-Con from The Walking Dead paying tribute to George Romero, because of course there would be no The Walking Dead if it wasn't for the Dead movies. It would never, in culture, in popular culture, his contributions will live on, weekly on AMC and in movies, and for years and years. So that's one thing you can say. He lived his life, and he did that, and man, that's great. And that's going to live on, past him, right? That's going to outlive him for probably hundreds of years from now. Even there'll be zombie stuff, and no one can take it away that he was the guy that created the whole concept to begin with, to start. Anyway, that'll be it for this video today, guys. If you liked it, please don't forget to thumb it the hell up below. You can also share and favorite, and if you're new and you want to subscribe to the channel, bottom left to subscribe. Big time excited for tomorrow. I'll see you guys back tomorrow for lots of new videos. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See you tomorrow.